Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. Today is day 2 of MerMay. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to do some watercolor, and I hope you guys will join me. Let's get started. So I already have a sketch done. I did it in a Cool Rays color of a terracotta color. But over on the other side, you see me experimenting with some, trying to plan out my colors a little bit for the girl, mermaid. I was thinking purple skin, but then also wanted to try just a flesh tone. But then realized, or was letting that dry, so I knew the colors of the doll, so I went ahead and got started on that while my samples were drying. So again, if you don't know, my MerMay theme is a mer girl and her mer doll. And so this little image I have is of a girl getting this doll. So she's basically like unwrapping a gift. You might not be able to tell at the moment, but hopefully you'll be able to tell by the end that she's, throwing the ribbon away and she's happy and excited looking at the doll that she got. You see me also experimenting with what colors and what techniques I want to do for the tail. So here I'm filling the whole tail with water to do this very watercolory, flowy, blended technique. I do tend to overwork this. I don't mean to, but it happens. So it doesn't turn out as perfect as I want it to, but my art is not perfect. It's a little messy, but I like it. Here you can see I made a bit of a mistake with my watercolors. I should have used a much bigger brush to work on this because sections of it were drying. I think it was word drying. Sections of the hair were drying too quickly, and I was getting weird chunks, and I didn't get a good solid wash like I was hoping. But I try to do a couple layers on it eventually and try to clean it up. In trying to make some bubbles, I realize it is super hard to make circles with watercolor. I'm not that great with the brush, especially the tiny brushes, so my bubbles are a little wonky. But still, I like the imperfect art. That's my motto, apparently. And then here, I decided to go with a blue top. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of went with a monochromatic type color scheme. So she's got a lot of purples and blues and just kind of staying on that side of the color wheel with her. Then wanted to do like the red ribbon so it would stand out. Red tends to draw your eye, and that's a significant detail. The doll itself is a little more of the blues, but the red also, or the pink, it's more of a pinky color for her top, and just to kind of bring your attention to her because of her significance. And then here, obviously, I decided on going with the fleshy tone for the skin. And I also have a white spot on her upper arm there, and that is for a gold band. I have some plans to use some gold. I ordered it. It hasn't come in yet. So on my previous page, I have some spots where I wanted to add some gold. On this page, I have some spots I wanted to add some gold detail. So you're just gonna have to tune back in and after I get this and after I get the gold and see where I put it when I do my final flip through of all the pages for MerMay. So here, doing a second layer on the hair, and this time I did use a little bit bigger brush, so it helped fill it in a lot faster, so I didn't get it so it wasn't as splotchy, which I think it filled in nicely. Again, trying to go over the red, make it a little more vibrant. You know, with watercolors, really layers are the key if you want something to stand out. And then here, I decided I wanted my mermaid to have a little face detail because I know that I have 2 little girls, and whenever they get their face painted like mermaids, they always get this detail. And so I thought, well, maybe I want my real mermaid to have this face detail as well. So that was the inspiration for the little marks around her face. And then I go in and add some more detail to them later. And then here I'm trying to add colored pencil, but I'm struggling with a few of my colored pencils. They just keep breaking, the lead keeps falling out. So I think I might have to go to the store and get some new ones. I was getting so frustrated. I think I lost about 4 different leads and just very frustrated. But I like the texture that the colored pencil gives on top of this watercolor. You know, I like the depth that I can get and a little bit of detail I can add when the colored pencils want to work right. See, there goes another one where the lead came out. And so I just decided to use a different color instead of trying to sharpen it. Easy fix, right? But very frustrated. So using a brown to go around her skin tone. So I'm trying to, when I outline, again, I do a little bit of an imperfect type of art style. But I try to use colors that are a little bit darker than what I'm outlining. So, you know, I will use purple to outline her purple hair and blue for her shirt. And so I have a little bit of a brown for her skin tones. And then here I pulled out my white gel pen to add some, you know, some little glimmer in her eyes and a little bit of detail on the little face. What do I want to call those? Little face details, the face paint. Let's just call it face paint. Even though technically in this world, this mermaid her face isn't painted. That's just the way she is. But we're going to call it face paint. And then finish up my little fishy details. A little more of the glimmers in the bubbles. And cleaning up the detail in the doll a little bit. Realized I forgot to outline her skin tones. And here's the finished product. What do you guys think? I really enjoy you guys hanging around, watching with me and creating MerMay. Remember to like and subscribe and ring the bell. And I hope you guys join me for more. Thanks.